Welcome to the Unapologetic Mompreneur, the podcast for mums with an online business who are ready to take back their time, home, business, and self so they can restore the balance and thrive, both at home and at work, without feeling like they have to choose between the two. I'm your host, Sarah Dew, life and biz coach for mompreneurs. I'm also a mum, stepmom, wife, introvert, breast cancer survivor, and your mentor for making a change for the better. I've learned how to go from surviving to thriving and unapologetically create a business I love and the life I want for me and my family without worrying about what other people think. And now I'm here to help you do the same. Because being an unapologetic mompreneur doesn't mean that we're selfish or that we don't care about others. It simply means that we are not afraid to show up as our true, authentic selves, to step into our purpose, do what we know is right for ourselves and the ones we love, and take the steps we need to take to make our dream life and business a reality. Join me each week where I'll be sharing all of my best tips and strategies, plus the occasional dose of tough but gentle love to help you feel empowered, motivated, and confident to take action so that you can become the mum, wife, biz owner, and woman you know you are meant and deserve to be. So, are you ready to unapologetically create a business and life you love? Let's do this. Hi there, and welcome to episode 131 of the Unapologetic Mompreneur podcast. If you have ever felt stuck trying to figure out your next business move, or you've set a goal but you're not sure what you need to do first, or you're finding yourself making inconsistent progress, struggling to stay motivated, second guessing every step, what I'm diving into today is going to help. Because the key to moving forward with clarity and confidence isn't working harder, it's having a roadmap that you can follow. One that saves you from hours of spinning in circles and stressing over decisions that leave you feeling overwhelmed and unable to move forward. A roadmap isn't just a plan, it's a strategic tool that connects your goals, priorities, and energy to actionable steps that move you forward without stress or guesswork. Most planning systems fail because they assume that we have unlimited time and energy, that our goals are one size fits all, and that we're able to follow rigid quarterly schedules. But for me and so many of my clients, and probably you too, if you are listening to this, as a mum running her business in the margins of the school day, those planning systems and the assumptions that come with them aren't doing us any favors. You don't have unlimited time and energy. In fact, if you're anything like me, working in between school runs, your time is probably pretty limited. And your goals aren't one size fits all either. Your business and your vision for it is unique to you, which means that your offers and your services won't be like anybody else's. Neither will your ideal client's profile and the time that you have available, which means that your goals won't be like anyone else's either. And those rigid quarterly schedules, it's going to be pretty hard for you to make them work for you when everything else in your life revolves around the terms that are dictated by your child's school calendar. And when you try to mold yourself to those planning systems, you end up starting projects that lack clear direction. You struggle to stay motivated, your progress becomes inconsistent, and you're left feeling frustrated and overwhelmed, wondering where you went wrong. What you need is a planning system that is built for you. One that takes into consideration your unique needs, your goals, your time and energy, and your schedule. And that's where the aligned business roadmap comes in. And why, when I first start working with my clients, helping them create their roadmap is one of the very first things that we do. And that's what I'm sharing with you today so that you can create your very own aligned business roadmap too. Because an aligned business roadmap isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters most in the right order at the right time. It meets you where you are at. It accounts for your energy and priorities, and it gives you a clear path forward. Having an aligned business roadmap helps you stay focused on your goals. Just like plugging the postcode into your sat nav, it gives you the route to follow instead of you guessing which turn to take next. It also helps you avoid unnecessary tasks and energy drains, and it helps you stay confident in your decisions so that you can keep moving forward without getting distracted, especially if you include the one step that I include in my roadmap that most plans miss. An aligned business roadmap clarifies your priorities and your next moves. It breaks your big goals down into actionable steps, aligns your work with your energy and your way of operating, and it reduces stress because it gives you a clear, structured plan that you can follow, even on the days when you are not feeling it and you are struggling to stay motivated. So, how do you create one? Grab your notebook and pen so that you can write the following steps down. Then I highly recommend setting aside 30 minutes or so this week to map out your roadmap. Better still, listen to this, and then when you're ready to create your roadmap, listen to it again and pause it whilst you action each step. Treat it like a mini workshop that walks you through it with me by your side, just like when I help my clients create their roadmaps. So here's the framework to creating your roadmap. First up, I want you to identify your key goals. What are you working on in your business right now? What 1 to 3 goals will have the biggest impact on your business this season? Be strategic here. Don't choose goals just because they'd be nice to work on. Choose goals that are actually going to move your business forward. Goals that are going to help you grow, whether that is growth in visibility, growth in email subscribers, growth in clients and customers, or growth in your bottom line. Focus on quality over quantity. Too many goals, and you are just going to feel overwhelmed. And the goals that feel nice to do but aren't going to move you forward, they're just going to leave you feeling frustrated and like you are doing all of the work but aren't really making any progress. What are your key goals? Not sure what they should be? Where are you at right now? And what makes the most sense for you right now based on where you are that will help you move forward? They don't need to be huge, nor do they need to be life-changing. Sometimes the goal that moves the needle most is simply finally implementing the thing that you have been putting off. Write down your key goals, and then step 2 is to map out your priority actions. For each goal, I want you to list the actionable steps that you need to take to make progress. What do you need to do in order to accomplish those goals? Map out the steps. Breaking the larger tasks into smaller, achievable mini goals reduces the overwhelm that can come with those bigger goals. It helps you take action and it helps you stay motivated because those smaller wins, they show the progress that you are making. Don't get too caught up on this though. Don't go over planning. You don't need to map out all of the steps involved. Just identifying the first 2 or 3 steps that you need to take to get you started, and then a midway goal to show you where you are heading in the right direction is more than enough here. Because otherwise you'll find that you'll get yourself stuck in the planning stages, unable to move forward. So once you've identified your goals and mapped out the priority actions, next up, third step is to align your goals with your energy. When it comes to working on your goals, aligning them with your energy is a strategy that is often overlooked. But if you want a roadmap and a plan that is actually going to help you accomplish your goals, making sure your energy is aligned with the tasks you're working on is key. Because different tasks require different types of energy, and your energy isn't consistent. We all have times in the day, the week, and the month where we have high energy, and times where we have low energy. Understanding where your energy is high, where it's low, and matching your tasks to those ebbs and flows, that's what's going to help you to be able to take action and accomplish your goals without you feeling like you're pushing water uphill. Get in tune with your natural energy peaks. Are you an early bird or a night owl? Are you most productive first thing, or do you struggle with energy slumps in the afternoon? Look at the actions that you need to take to accomplish your goals and then match them to your energy levels. Then pick the ones that require your full attention, that require more concentrated, focused work for when your energy is high, and the tasks that don't require so much attention for when your energy is low. And when you structure your days around that, you'll find it so much easier to take action and make progress. I know for me that actually it takes me a little bit of while to get going in the mornings. My most productive time tends to be that little block after lunch before I wrap up for the school run. I don't know whether it's because time is then pressing and it just suits my ADHD brain, but I find that I am more productive in the afternoons. So that is when I tend to do my deep dive focus work, when I'm recording podcasts, when I'm doing things and planning things that need to take that deep focused work. And in the mornings, that's the time that I use to do other things, like creating my graphics in Canva for my social posts and maybe writing some emails or responding to messages. That's when my lower energy is. So that's when I use that. So look at the actions that you need to take. Look at and decide what sort of actions they are, whether they require full attention and concentrated focus work, and pick the tasks to match your natural energy peaks. Do that, and you'll find it so much easier to take action, stay motivated, and keep going. Okay, so the step in my roadmap that most other planning systems completely miss. This is one that will ensure that you stay on track and stop you from getting distracted with shiny objects and tasks and opportunities that might pull you away from what really matters. Step 4 is the decision filter. The decision filter is one of those deceptively simple tools that become incredibly powerful when you start using it consistently. It's been a huge game changer for me because as somebody with ADHD, I get distracted super easily and I want to do things, and then another day I decide actually I don't want to do that and I want to go off and do something else. But bringing this decision filter in keeps me on track. It makes sure that anything that I'm working on and that I'm doing is in line with the things that are going to move me forward, and allows me to figure out whether something is a shiny object or something that I should be saying yes to. It's basically the lens that you run every opportunity, idea, and commitment through before you say yes. The decision filter keeps you focused on what actually matters, and it helps you avoid getting distracted by those shiny opportunities, ensuring that your time and your energy stays aligned with the goals that matter most. Think of the decision filter as your built-in business compass, helping you stay on track instead of being pulled off course by things that feel productive but don't actually move the needle. It helps you make aligned decisions quickly and confidently because you're measuring opportunities against your current priorities and goals, which prevents reactive decision making. It also reduces overwhelm and it keeps your business moving forward in the right direction. So, to create your decision filter, look at your goals and ask yourself what you are prioritizing this season, the goals that you are actively working towards, and what needs your time, energy, and attention most right now. Then turn those priorities into simple decision-making questions. Questions like, does this directly support my current goals? Does this move my business forward in a meaningful way? Does this align with my capacity, my energy, and my priorities right now? Then before saying yes to a new idea, offer, opportunity, collaboration, or task, pause for a moment and ask, does this pass my filter? If the answer is no, or not right now, it waits. For example, my goal this term is all about getting visible on purpose. It is about strategic outreach, authority building, guest speaking, sustainable expansion. I am amplifying what I've already built, increasing my reach and expanding my authority through strategic visibility. And so my decision filter before saying yes to anything, I ask, will this increase intentional visibility or strategic reach? Will this amplify what I've already built instead of creating something brand new? And will this support my positioning, my offers, or my community growth? If not, it waits. And it can be hard sometimes. I've already had things come through this term that did not pass my filter test, and I really wanted to say yes to them. But that is there for a reason, and it's helped me stay on track, and it has made such a difference. So, what is your decision filter? Get clear on it and then trust it. Use it to reduce overthinking and reactive decision making, and from being distracted from those shiny objects. Just because something is a good opportunity, it doesn't mean that it's the right opportunity for this season, and that is okay. Okay, the next two steps are especially important because these are the ones that are going to help you stay on track when life inevitably throws a curveball. Number 5 is to build in flexibility because life happens. There's holidays, there's inset days, there's school sickness when you're not expecting it, there's school pickups, or even unexpected client needs that may disrupt your plans and goals. And your goals often take longer to accomplish than we think that they will. So your roadmap should allow for adjustment without losing sight of your priorities. When breaking down your goals into bite-sized chunks and thinking about how long they'll take, allow yourself buffer time for when life happens and curveballs come your way. Give yourself time at the end of the week, even if it's just for an hour, and time at the end of each month or term so that you have time to catch up. This helps relieve the pressure and stops you from feeling behind. So I have a Frog Friday session every Friday morning where I've got a good hour, 90 minutes, where I'm doing just that. That is my buffer time. It's not an excuse for me to go, that's okay, I'll leave it till Friday because I've got that time. That's not what my buffer time is for. It is there as a catch-all for me to just look at and go, right, what have I not finished this week? What do I need to carry on with? What can I get done to set me up for next week and bring me back on track? That is what that buffer time is for, because then you're not feeling like you're playing catch up or that you're always behind. And then finally, number 6 is to set accountability and checkpoints. Giving yourself checkpoints and implementing some form of accountability is what is going to help you keep the momentum going and following through. Whether it's working with a coach or mentor, asking a biz buddy to keep you accountable, sharing your goals publicly, or working with me inside Bizmentum, my one-on-one 12-week accountability program, decide how you will track your progress and stay accountable so that you can accomplish your goals without falling at the last hurdle. Because having a roadmap is one thing, following it consistently when life gets busy, that's where the accountability changes everything. Use these steps to create your aligned business roadmap, and you'll find it so much easier to stay focused, to make consistent progress, and create real momentum that lasts. So, to quickly recap, here are the 6 steps again. 1 is identify your key goals, the ones that make the most sense for you right now to move your business forward. 2, map out those priority actions. Break those bigger goals down into smaller, more manageable ones so that they are easier to accomplish without the overwhelm. 3, align your goals with your energy. Understand when your energy is high and when it is low, and choose the tasks that fit with those ebbs and flows. 4, create that decision filter, that powerful lens that you run every new idea, offer, opportunity, collaboration, or task through to test whether it's in alignment with your priorities. 5, build in flexibility. Allow yourself buffer time for when life happens or things take longer than you thought they would, so that you're not feeling like you're behind or playing catch up. And then 6 was to set accountability and checkpoints. Give yourself checkpoints so that you can track your progress and decide how you'll stay accountable so that you can keep the momentum going. Remember, momentum doesn't come from doing more. It comes from knowing what matters most and having a plan that helps you follow through. And that's exactly where the aligned business roadmap comes in. If you'd like support creating your roadmap, that is exactly what my aligned business audits are for. Together, we'll cut through the overwhelm, identify what actually matters most in your business right now, and build you a clear, aligned roadmap to help you move forward in a way that feels aligned, strategic, and sustainable. You'll find the link to check that out in the show notes. I hope that you found this episode helpful, and I hope that you have fun creating your roadmap. Let me know how it goes. Send me a DM over on Instagram at the Unapologetic Mompreneur. I would love to hear from you. As always, you've got this, and I can't wait to chat with you in the next episode. Bye for now. Thank you so much for joining me for another installment of the Unapologetic Mompreneur podcast. If you like what you heard, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss an episode. And if you have a moment, I would love for you to leave me a rating and a review so that other mompreneurs can find this podcast too. Here's to unapologetically becoming the mum, wife, biz owner, and woman you know you are meant and deserve to be. I can't wait to chat with you in the next episode. Bye for now.